Is there any African country that you can say, okay, this is one of the safest African country to visit?
Because boom, boom, boom in Nigeria is different from boom, boom, boom in the UK. Boom, boom in the UK is like, what? Get out of my house. Boom, boom, boom in Nigeria is like, Jesus.
Boom, boom,
Lord,
boom, boom, boom in America is shots fired.
boom, boom in Nigeria is like, Chimo, they have called for me. If you ever, may you never, are you guys going to say amen? May you never hear it's Nigerian police in your door because, bro, what is that?
Amen. We'll say amen. Yeah, this is our first episode of Worldwide Wahala. It's a subsection of Two Continents, One Mic, where usually I just talk with my friends and we talk about something that's trending in the world that we feel like as Africans, we have our take. Frank is in America here with me. Ife is in the UK, our former colonizer.
When you say Ife is in the UK, you made it seem like I'm part of it. I was not born then at that time.
No, but you stay where the colonizers are.
Yeah, like that's nothing to do with me. They're over there now.
They colonized us in Africa. They tried to colonize us in America, but we
They
fought
will
for our
drag
freedom.
you say like generator.
Do you know that? Do you know that I can use my US passport to come to the UK for free, and the UK still got to pay £10?
Do you know that has changed?
When?
I bet you didn't know this.
When did you guys?
It changed this past summer to not just the UK, the whole of Europe. You have to now do that pre-authorization. They have to check your back, check your ass, check your crack, check everything. Check who your mother is, your father is.
Wait, for Americans to come to the UK?
Yeah. Yep. Frank knows this.
Shit.
See, Frank is on the
What the hell?
money.
Hey, when did they start that one?
Summertime. Yeah, I feel like it's good. It was not fair for so long. I don't even know why they let it happen like that for so long. Why am I going through all these checks to go that side and no one was checking these people? And these people have the most criminals in the world. Like, I'm sorry, what's going on here?
I don't know what you're talking about. Exactly. Frank, do you?
Yeah. I mean, I think they did it try to be fair with every other country. So I think, but still,
I always wondered why. But you guys still pay though.
Yeah, just as you guys do pay.
Are we paying?
I think, is the application free? I thought it was application free.
You now pay.
I am checking this stuff. How much is it to go to UK?
And it's euros, so you're gonna have to pay a little bit more of your.
I know that you have to do an application though.
Yes. See, Frank knows. So he thought he had one there. He thought he had a strike. It's like, oh, you don't fly into America. You don't.
What the hell? $20?
Yeah, 20. Yeah.
Is it 20 euros or is it $20?
$20, 16 euros.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's valid for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Or until their passport expires.
Yeah.
Then check what's the criteria. Check if it's like, if you got, I'm sure it's like, because when I go to the US, you have criteria like if you have a criminal record, if you have been part of like espionage or some shit like that. If you've done all those things, automatic decline. So I feel like there's going to be like criteria like, if you haven't called your baby mama, things like that.
Wow, that's very interesting. I can't believe that they're doing this to us.
I mean, I think it's because our passport is like number 15, a bit of number 12 now.
The US passport?
Yeah.
Have you seen the new one, the new US passport, the way
Yeah, I'm talking about the ranking in the world.
The ranking? Crap. Are you serious?
I think that's why. I think if we're number 2, 3, I don't think they'll be asking for that information. There's nobody that just like, I really want to go to the UK. I don't think people in the US were like,
wow.
I have to be in the UK. Like, I have to be in the
UK.
Wow.
I gotta do a beat for this one.
Wow.
I don't think they like.
One more time. Wow.
Wow.
I mean, I think people in the UK are more eager to come to the US than people in the US are more eager to go to the UK.
I agree. Yes.
Let me be honest, because there's the part where I say things to defend the UK, but there's a part where I'm being brutally honest, right? Why I'm going to be brutally honest is this. America has big PR. What I mean, sometimes I ask myself, why don't I see on my timeline what's happening in Germany? Why can't I see China on my, like, I open
Yeah.
the internet, all I see is America, 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 America. So not only am I watching America TV, movies, I'm listening to American music to a large extent. Then it's like social media, all I see trending is America. And then it's like America has a speaker on the door and it's just blazing out to the world. So we hear America too much. So if you hear it so much, you want to like, it's like Nigeria now or Ghana. Everyone's like, oh, I hear about Ghanaian, get to December. Now you want to go because you're hearing it so much. If you didn't hear about Ghana December or Nigerian December, you wouldn't go. But for many years, America has been blasting America to the world. So now, if you're not in America, you want to see America. You want to go to America. That's the truth. The truth is that curiosity for many people who haven't been there before takes them there. And if you go there, I personally obviously I've been in America many times. The thing that I like about America is that one, as a person of color, one of the places I can go to in the world, I don't feel conscious. I don't feel too conscious. Like I can go to I wouldn't go to the same place like Sweden or it's not like Sweden is bad, but I might feel uncomfortable in certain places. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But in America, I don't feel too conscious of my own skin, one. And I think that's one of the draw or big benefits of America is that America is a land for everybody and nobody. So nobody, especially now where there's a lot of awareness about American history, nobody can be like, you don't belong here. Everybody, you can be from Serbia to Russian to Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody kind of belongs in America. So it's like, but if you are, I don't know, Chinese trying to go to Russia, you might feel uncomfortable. If you're Russian trying to go to Ukraine, you might feel uncomfortable. Like every part of the world is indigenous, but America and North America is like a new world where it's like everybody and nobody. So that's like the second thing. The third thing is very diverse. You have part of America that's always cold. You have part that's like whatever terrain you prefer. Some people always prefer
Yeah.
cold. Whatever climate you prefer, there's always like a little bit of something for you. If you like to live in hot country, then you can be in America, but also just live in the South. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
that diversity in climate gives it extra edge because most countries only have one climate.
Yeah.
Right?
And I think that also goes to the fact why I always tell people like back home, right? If you're choosing to move to America, there's 51 states, and with all the colonies, you have to make sure you make the right decision because every state is like a country. And someone might come from Nigeria and go to California, and someone might come from Nigeria and go to the Carolinas, and it'll be totally different experiences.
And that's what it is. America is a place that everybody goes to. But if you wanted to move to UK, it would be better for you if you looked more like the local. If you want to move to Nigeria, it'd be better for you if you looked more like a Nigerian. It would be better for you if you moved to South Africa to look more like a South African. So every other place have the majority of people who look a certain way. But in America, it's like everybody from all parts of the world are Americans. So it's like
Yeah.
that is the draw to America. It's very unique to it. There's nowhere, even Mexico is not even like that. Everyone is a bit like Latina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hispanic. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true.
So I think if you were like a European descendant, you might think I could live in Spain.
So
You could think because if you could live in Spain, you have healthcare covered. You
Yeah.
have the same similar like Californian type weather. The food is just as good. Spanish food or say even Italian food around the area is good. So if you look like the local, you might assimilate better. That's the reason. It's nothing to do about the education system and the best, the healthcare and the best.
at the end of the day, those are just numbers.
It's
It's
wild.
at the end of the day, it's still numbers. That's what I'm saying. So you can look at all the advantage, disadvantage. Still, even with the shooting or people say crime or whatever it is, people in the US are not eager to go to UK. There's nothing like in the UK. They say,
But
oh,
that's what I said, because the speakers are outside.
but still, the news of it, like there are some apps you can check and just give you world news. You don't have to focus on US news. Like if you
No,
people
because we're using American owned social media. Like if I was using a Russian owned social media or China
Yeah.
owned social
True.
media, I'll see local Chinese stuff.
True.
Twitter, Meta, all of that is American. So
Well, yeah.
naturally, I'm seeing American content.
Well, most of the time, those people are not even those things are not really owned by Americans, but the people, they come to America to establish those social medias because that's where they have a better market or audience.
Like another way in terms of diversity, another way I look at it is like if you remove all the black people from America, it wouldn't be interesting.
Oh yeah,
If
definitely.
you remove all the white people from America, America would look crazy. If you
Yeah.
remove the Latinas, if you only had Latina, it looks like Mexico. The reason why America is that it's a mix of everything,
Everybody.
like everybody in the world. So it's like wherever you are in the world, you could live there, but
Correct.
everybody can't live everywhere else. You wouldn't feel just as comfortable.
And they add, I mean, all of that adds value to the country as a whole. I think that's why they say it's a melting pot. You can meet anyone and be whatever you want here. I think that's one of the great things about it. So today, on our first episode of Worldwide Wahala with Ife in the UK, in England, Frank in the US and America, one of the things we want to definitely talk about is this issue of underage marriage in Africa, right? I know it's been part of the culture many years ago, many years ago, but today, on my perspective, it shouldn't be something we should be hearing of. I think a child is a child and their brain is not mentally developed, and I don't see any reason why they should be married off to, especially old men that are old enough to be their parents. I think a child should be allowed to get to an age where they can make those informed decisions themselves. And for me, on that, I do not condone child marriage.
No, it's almost said you condone. I was like,
No, I don't condone it. I beg.
just
That's
for
not something.
you know that there's some states in America that still condone. It's still legal to have child marriages. Just so you know.
Yeah, but Amadio is swirling around there for anybody that would try it.
Yeah.
There are some states in the U.S. that still have that as a thing, so you could technically marry a child, which is crazy. But
Socially, it's not acceptable. In the Western world, I don't know any Western country that is still doing that.
no, there's okay. So I think for most, I hate the word developed countries, but first world countries, it's still. I think the age is like 18, maybe like 21 for some, but like mostly 18.
Yeah.
Excluding America, which has some states who actually allow people to marry kids under the age of 60. But anyways, I digress.
I'm about to find out. I'm about to find states that you're
Yeah, I
talking
wonder
about.
what state is it?
Even you two, you're thinking.
Because if
About
you go
26
to-
states.
Oh, crap. As late of 2025, 34 US states still permit marriage for individuals under the age of 18. Under certain circumstances, usually with parental or judicial consent.
There you go.
4
So-
states have no effective minimum age. Wow. And guess the 4 states. I can't believe one of them
Alabama?
is there. California.
Wow. Did you know Elvis Presley allegedly, I like that word, married his wife when she was 15?
Wow.
Yeah, so that's crazy. But this Regina Daniels story, which it's obviously blowing up the internet at the moment, is very interesting to me because I think we all kind of like, we didn't ask for this information, let's be honest. It just kind of was slapping us with it like, oh God. And the information just kept coming. And I'm just like, I'm sitting here and my opinion keeps changing. Now, one thing that's been consistent is this whole situation is giving abuse. Now, people are going to contest whether or not it's giving abuse of power, it's giving abuse of political position, is giving all kinds of abuse. Because I'm not even referring to his age. I'm referring to the fact that this guy is powerful. He's in position of authority. He has so much power. Like he could, like that, she'll disappear. And he's using the power against her. And this is one of the things that is wrong with such huge gaps in marriage. Is power dynamics, right? Because if you're like 40 something and 50 something, you're marrying someone who's 18 or in their early 20s, the power dynamic, whether or not you're rich or poor or political leader or not, is going to be there because you have lived life. So the things you know and the things you understand is established in you. There is no way you're not going to manipulate it or use that as a manipulative tactic to get what you want. It's like you at the age of 30 something taking back to school with 9-year-old. You're going to know the tricks to play because you know things. You've been there already. You've done this.
Yeah,
So it's
absolutely.
like easy. It's not even a fairground. I'm kidding. You tell you play ball with a small boy. You know the tactics. You know how to move, and then you're gonna say things that you know they want to hear to get
Yep.
you the things you want to get. So even if it's not man, woman, it's the fact that you're a big man, and I mean big man in his big age. They better not come for me. He's in his big age. Like, I just don't like, ain't no way this guy have more than 20 years left on this planet.
Because
But
the first thing I ever looked was like, what does the since I think it's a Senate position, it's a Senate
He's in
position.
Senate position. He's in politics, and
Yeah,
he's
it's a
also
politics.
so he's a
Is there
powerful
age?
person in Nigeria. How old is he?
No, is there age in the
like
constitution? What's the constitution? I know we discussed America was below 18. In Nigeria, I was looking at it like there's no even minimum.
I don't think there is, because in northern parts of Nigeria, they still marry 12-year-olds. And it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then, so my opinion is like, this is abuse of all kinds. But then it's like, the main one that's clear to me is that the fact that he is a powerful man. Even if she was 50 and he was 55, it's still a power dynamic. But then she's like, everyone's trying to put any blame. I'm like, anyone that's going to put blame on her must be delusional. This girl's under 25. Her prefrontal cortex is just starting to make sense to her. She's starting to realize what looks stupid and what's not. And this guy have probably grandchildren that could be her age. He's older than her father.
I think
wow.
putting the blame on the man, like on one person. I don't think.
I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to
Okay.
it. The second person I'm blaming, I'm looking with bombastic side eye,
Said
her
as.
mother.
Oh yes.
Because you were supposed to protect this girl. And I don't know the full story. I'm hearing part about how she was pregnant when they went to get married, blah, 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 all that stuff. So this is all coming out. There's all new information allegedly coming out online
Allegedly.
about all this stuff. And she was 17 when she was pregnant. I mean, not to say anything,
Damn.
but isn't there like powerful people in the royal family and the US going to problems into issue because of the same matter? And we're just flaunting it as if it doesn't mean nothing because you're Nigeria. But if you leave the borders of Nigeria, your life could be destroyed for what he's doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? Like that would be the end of his career.
You know, one person died in jail for this. Another person is being contested. The other one has a strip of his royal titles for the same thing that Ned's. Not him, the other one. Allegedly did. Now, her mother, I'm just like, I'm speechless because I'm just thinking, you should know better. You should know better. Now, Nigeria is a very interesting society where I feel like everything that is right and wrong in Nigeria is all the way around. It's like this. Yeah? Whatever you think is right, the moment you go to Nigeria, go and say Nigeria 1 year, you think right is wrong. You start to believe right is wrong. So that if someone tells you to do right, you'll be thinking, nah, you're not a sharp guy. To be a sharp guy, you have to be doing wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the society and the culture we have in Nigeria. So what that means is that there is a lot of gray area on what people think is right or wrong, makes sense or makes sense. And then in that society, I'm thinking, what would she have been thinking to think this was okay to put your child in that position? I would say, I'm thinking, rich, powerful man can take care of my child. I don't know what else.
Yeah, I think it's just when you put the blame on the man first, I think the blame should be on the woman first. That's number one.
Which woman? Which woman?
The mom.
Okay.
The
but
mom
she was
first.
pregnant.
No, still doesn't matter. Whether you're pregnant, because you're pregnant doesn't mean you have to go marry the man. It doesn't give you obligation to marry the man. So according to the report I was reading, they said that the mom actually took her to the guy's place.
I think now that it's coming that she might have been pregnant.
But at that point, when everybody was discussing about the wedding, I don't know if you remember when everybody was discussing about it. It was the mom that was standing side by side with her, and the dad was not even in the picture.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
The mom was standing by side with her. That's why I said the first blame goes to the mom first.
I-
Then the second blame go with the dad. They go with the man.
Yeah. And also, I will not take any blame from her because, again, I'm just like,
So like money changed people behavior.
that's what I'm saying now. She wanted the
Like
lifestyle and lifestyle cost that she ain't know
correct.
nothing.
Yeah, yes.
This one on
Exactly.
everything to
So
me.
imagine she was flying private jets.
Ferrari.
So
Ferrari.
and like
Sorry.
like sometimes it's just there's a blame all over the place and
Yeah. This is why
and
I feel like, yeah, I think it's one that's one why I feel like this is why I don't have a strong feeling about it. Because in my head, I remember something was happening like NSAS, something like that. And then she had
Yeah.
some nonsense statement about how because people asking her, why aren't you like, youths are suffering? And she had some flabbergasted comment about something silly. Just she wasn't really into it. She didn't care. She was living her best life and all that stuff. So I just thinking with her, I don't really feel strong emotions towards her in the way that I would feel towards somebody I think really was taken advantage of. Because I think she was taken advantage of, but not all the way because 17 is young, but not that young. Like,
I mean she know to extent. Doesn't mean she's
yeah.
like in a scale of 1 to 10, you can't say she's 0. She know
Yes.
to a
No.
level of
That's what I'm saying.
so
There's blame to her. There's blame. But in terms of who I'm blaming first, I think you're right. The mother should have known better. The man, obviously, yeah. And then her. And
yeah.
whoever facilitated all of this. But the reason why, like, again, it's confusing, like, it's a society which Nigeria is, where it's like right and wrong, it feels like it's blurred lines because it's so common for things to be wrong in Nigeria that you don't even know how to even speak. You're like, hell, I said someone like, I used to have strong feelings about certain things. When I went to leave Nigeria for 3 months or went to stay, I started thinking, not that bad to be, criminal. Your brain is start to see too much of the same thing. Thinking, I get it. I understand. And I say that to say, a lot of the times when people walk themselves into these situations that are clearly wrong, or she shouldn't be doing this or shouldn't get a situation, it's the society that we live in. It's the failure of the government. And people are going to say, what's the government going to do with Regina? I'm like, it has
Do you
effects
do
on
you
the
blame the
lifestyle
government?
people live.
Do you
Yeah,
But
I
I
absolutely do.
have
The
something to
government
say.
itself, the government has how the countries manage also affects social factors, not just economic factors. Sorry, Tony.
No. I feel like everybody were pointing to this, and me, there is my own part. I'm going back to being core Africans, right? A lot of all these things, we do have traditions, right? We have traditions, and a lot of all those traditions have been adulterated, correct? Like I said, I'm not condoning any of this, but do you think that, like, us being Africans, yes, back in the days, like hundreds of, and we were involved in arranged marriage, like Frank can already know who he's going to marry, right? The day he was born, just because someone down the road also just had like a child,
Yeah.
he's never met her. Those are things that, was part of the tradition back then. Not that it was good. And today, now, it's a problem, right? Do you think Ned,
I think it's two
alleged
different things
Ned,
though.
he's what, 60 something? And,
Wow.
maybe he grew up in that era where
He
those
he
things were
clearly
still
did. I mean, anyone at 60 something, you're either older than Nigeria or just born when Nigeria was born. Like,
born.
we were
Yeah.
collecting independence when you were born. So I'm like,
Still doing the things that when things fall apart was
you know what I mean?
frustrating.
Like, that's a whole different era.
Yeah.
So I think you have a point in the sense that we have culture that kind of like, if this was like, I don't know about the age gap though, but if this was like some 40 years ago, it would have been seen as okay. She might have even been she is kind of the fifth wife or something like that anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's married someone after her too.
Yeah, he married someone after. He's, collecting him. I think that's what maybe in some ways made it okay, even to the mother and maybe to people who let it happen because of like, okay, so this is not the first time. We can't say this is the first time these type of things happen. It's happened in the North, so it's part of the culture. It's not the question of whether the culture is right or wrong, because I think cultures change over time, and that's a lot of the cultures practiced today all over the world weren't there 20 years ago or so.
Yeah.
So cultures do change. And I think for that back in the day, this was seen as a normal thing. It's probably why maybe some people let it happen. I think even when I think about it now, maybe not so much that I'm blaming her, the mother that is, about the gap. It's so much that you didn't vet the man. Like, apparently he has a reputation of being a mean person. Like, he has a reputation of being a mean person. He's got 4 wives already. Like, why are you marrying your 18-year-old daughter to a 60-something-year-old person who has already 4 wives on the
See,
ground and many children and grandchildren? Like,
at the end of the day, you ask yourself, what's the root of all the problem? It's money.
Money.
It's
Poverty.
money. It's poverty. That's it. That's the answer to
Poverty.
everything. So,
Poverty.
for example, imagine that's the dad is a billionaire. Do you think she will marry that?
This is what I'm saying. Lamborghini Murphy.
So that's the point. So it's all money.
Actually, she's so thirsty.
So let's turn out to wrap up.
I mean, that Lamborghini with your girl,
So it's money, man. Money change.
money talks,
change.
she walks.
Money change is some. Are you like, I'll never do that. I'll never do that.
Yeah.
And then they hit you with the money in front of you.
And
like,
you're just like, I told you, like, what I'm Nigerian, like, I was like,
that cold shock.
I can see why people do say things, because I'm deep in it. It's easy for you to be making judgments on where it's comfortable. But if you go to some places as though even like the worst trenches in Lagos, like, you just go to like Jolegba, just don't even stay, just walk past the area, like, ooh, if I had to live here.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. So
someone brought some kind of money my way.
It changed everything. So that's what I'm saying. So you have to understand
the
direction they're coming from. They're coming from, I can't afford this.
But then it's like, now you look at it, the whole family is being dragged online. They're talking about her drug abuse, and she's pretty much just confirmed it online and said, yes, so what, and it's like, but also she also blamed him for allegedly, helping, or likes her when she's on those drugs, so.
And I can see it.
Bad guys.
No, oh God, let me explain why. Because, and I don't care how rich anyone is, and nobody looking at Ned Nwoko and go, He's more like a. So you need your reality warped with you the shift it in the.
You need to be in another state of mind.
I don't care how clean your kaftan looks or how sleek that Lambo looks. Nobody's looking at that guy and going, like, no.
Let me tell you something. People are looking that way.
No,
as long as you have money.
Through him.
They're looking through him, but there's so much celebrity you see. If this person doesn't have money, will people be more attracted to this person?
And I can bet you they're taking something for that to be.
That's what I'm saying. So it's the same thing, the same approach. They just like looking at it.
What I'm saying is it's not a natural. What I'm saying when I said, it's not. We are still human. You have physical, like, I don't know, chemistries and whatnot. You're not gonna see him and go, like,
I want that.
Maybe you see him and look at the car. They're like,
correct. Yeah. You see him. You see
the lifestyle.
You can't, because if you look at him, like people, they say, am I chopping a fine boy? You see, fine boy, no money. Nobody's looking at the person.
Please, Frank, that's different. We don't want fine boy without any direction in life. We don't need that. That's a mess.
She's modified it. Before, the women would say, fine boy, no money, not the carry you go anywhere. Now, fine boy, we not get direction.
Correct.
No, because we don't. No, this is. Let me tell you something. This is what I is.
Yeah.
We're grown, right? I feel like you have to be grown to make that statement. What I mean by that, if you're a 21-year-old girl, you don't need to be making that statement, because the fine boy today can make money tomorrow. Just fine. If you're already grown and you're just still doing fine boy, you have nothing, my brother. What are we doing? What are we doing? What time is it? Come on
That's
now.
that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
And
like there's a wedding MC that was asking a question. He brought a couple of ladies out and say, "Why you see single?" And people say, "Oh, I'm looking for somebody that is driven, that is motivated, that is all this." They say, "Okay, we have somebody that's motivated, but does he have money? Will you date her?" She said, "No."
You can never catch fire yet.
I said, "Damn." So that's what I'm saying. So everything goes hands to hand. I'm not saying wrong or right. I'm just saying that the way people look, the way she was looking at Ned, she was looking in physical, as he said. She was looking through
Right.
him.
Just like it was,
So it's the
it was,
money
it
that
was
just get
definitely
attracted.
not it was not the looks. I can promise you.
Of course,
I can
of
promise
course.
you
It was
it
not
Yeah,
money.
it was definitely the
wasn't the
money because
personality.
We all know that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we
I'm
all know
sure
that.
before she married him, she had someone she had a crush on. You know, she
She
Yeah,
had
probably still do
someone
have someone she has a crush on. Never
in
go away. Just check the
like in her
Instagram.
age group.
yeah.
It's crazy how those things have gone into the roots of the society in Nigeria. Growing up in Nigeria, it wasn't. I mean, the drug we heard about was what weed.
Yeah.
You know,
But you
now
probably
it's
wasn't in the circle, maybe.
like now it's just like everything. Everything I hear about here is in Nigeria also. You
Again,
know,
I don't hear about it.
in the UK, no, you guys got some action over there.
I have never heard about it. That's what I'm saying. I like when people tell me certain things, I'm like, I must live in a bubble because where?
Really?
You've never heard about coca?
Obviously, I know they do it because I'm not oblivious. But like I said, I've
Okay.
never seen anyone. I've never been in a circle where it was like,
You've
like,
never walked in London and you saw someone on the street like strung
nope.
out.
I'm seeing homeless people now, or people who look like they're drugged out. So I figured you took drugs, and I'm noticing that the numbers, like say, compared to 10 years ago, wasn't as many people that like drugged out
Mhm.
the street. It's not as bad as America, but it's still like noticeable difference. America just have a whole situation with drug people on the
What do you have to
streets.
compare to? What do you have
As
to
in,
compare
that's
to
why
America?
look at we just sat down our
It's
home.
a
This side
lot.
just came for
You
us.
can make a point with that, bringing America to the.
Every time I go to like New York, I'm just like, why is there so many homeless, drugged out people? It's almost like they're giving it out in the supermarket.
I think because you went to California, so it's one mostly
No,
California.
it's in New York, it's California. I think San Francisco was bad. Oh God. And then New York one, the one that scares me is like the train, because I never really know if they're gonna come out and eat you. Like, you never really know. Like, you never really know what you're gonna get on that train, you know. And I've seen something of this on social media that scares me, so I'm a bit paranoid. Yeah, California is a whole different kind of, but it's just so much. But in Nigeria, in the UK, there are places I would never seen homeless people 10 years ago. They would just not be there. Now I'm seeing like 2 or 3, and it's like, where the hell are you guys coming from? And you clearly look like it's drugged up because we have help for if you're homeless. So
Yeah.
it looks like it's drugged. So, but I've never seen that. So something
That's
it could
interesting.
also be
You guys have help in the UK for homelessness.
yeah, because honestly, I feel like if you want to be homeless in the UK, it's because you want to be homeless. Like
No, I heard that too in Scandinavia.
you
When I
must
was on the
really
train.
be wanting to be in the streets because there's help for things like that.
Yeah, the guy I was on the train from Sweden to Norway or Denmark, one of those places, and the guy was telling me it's like it's literally almost impossible
Possible to be homeless.
to be homeless in Scandinavia. And he was like, and I'm like, dude, I see them, and it's like that's a choice. Maybe they don't want to get cleaned up to get into the homes,
Yeah.
and that's why.
Yeah, it could be that the fact that you can't take drugs in the homes or put
Yeah.
you in, and so they want to take drugs, so they go outside. So it's like
Go
you want to
outside.
be homeless because
It's a choice
they're sheltered
In
everywhere. There is
Europe.
huh? Is in
I
Europe.
said it's a choice in
if
Europe.
if in Europe right now, and I know it's not like UK is kind of going down somewhere else. So I don't know, it's going to the toilet, but if God forbid you are homeless right now, there is emergency accommodation. The moment you say you're going to be homeless because you cannot find a place to live because you lost your job, the amount of different things that they'll be putting in your account, there's maybe the universal credit, then there's so many credits that they give to you, at least you can afford a room. And then
Wow.
if you have a child, you're definitely not going to be homeless. So it's like, I don't know how you could be homeless unless you're on drugs.
Back to the top, like for her, I think that this issue gonna continue. This issue, not just
the
for
next step or the drugs.
no, the underage marriage.
Child
Still gonna
abuse.
continue. Yeah,
Rubber.
this gonna create awareness for everybody.
Mhm.
But you see tomorrow, another mom will still bring
Yeah,
their
I mean,
daughter to
It's
risk person.
happening
So
instead. Like
it's
the law.
happening. Like 3 in the past month that has
Yeah.
come out on social media, and then
So-
these Men, and I think they just need to do, like, the judiciary needs to do something stronger, and not
Huh?
just because it's by wealth, right? And most of the people that do this take advantage, and it just needs to be taken care of. But
I don't.
we know how that works.
You don't even need the law. The mom can just stand by the dad. The dad stood by and said, "No, I'm not going to allow my daughter to marry." Or the mom could have just said, "Yes, I'm going to listen to the dad, I'm going to stand by the dad," and none of this would have happened.
Yeah,
Forget
I
law
don't
and
think
forget
so.
everything. So the mom could have just stand by the dad, and none of this will happen. So that's why I said most of the blame goes to the mom, because if the
Mom,
mom doesn't take her to Ned's place and say, "Okay," because even underage, there have to be a parent's consent.
Yeah.
yes. So okay. So the reason why I'm slightly biased, and I say biased because maybe it's because I'm female, about things like this when it comes to like countries like Nigeria, is that we tend to think the women have the same level of rights, and it's not really. In reality, it's not the same, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so if we play it out, if she said, "Oh, I'm pregnant," because she said she was pregnant at 18 to her mother, and it's like, "Oh, you got to keep the baby and be the baby mama of Ned," who's gonna marry you? You're going to be scarred as, marked as this girl who had a baby at 18. And Nigeria, the moment you have is getting less and less so now, but the moment you have child out of wedlock or your baby mama or someone, it's almost like nobody wants that. Right?
Yeah.
And then so if you say, "Oh, your baby, who gave you belay?" This guy. Oh, he can take care of you even if you're the 10th wife. Might as well just go in there because you did it. So it's like, it's not such a black and white issue where it's like, I'm pretty sure if this woman was in the US or she wouldn't have let her child marry a man like that. But the
No.
social construct of Nigeria makes it impossible. I actually say it makes it impossible for women to stand on their own. Right?
No,
I always say, like, even as I feel like I'm independent on my own, if I go to Nigeria, the things I'm grown that I need to call a guy to help me do. Like, I can't go certain places because they're like, "Oh, they need a guy to validate you to come in here." If I need to get a job, you need an uncle. But mother is not
so
enough. You have to get a father or uncle, or a man figure to sign you in. So it's like, to survive, and this is why a lot of the girls get rushed into this lifestyle of dating older men, because they're looking for protection and looking for someone to pave ways for them. And because the mother probably saw it like, okay, see, mother and father are probably together. My child is not going to be able to do much in life. She's going to be held back, pulled back, because we live
Yeah.
in a society that is going to look at her as scarred. Like, they would troll her online because they troll women online all the time anyway. They're gonna troll her online for being a baby mama. They're gonna, "You're a baby mama, a baby mama. You had a baby out of wedlock. Nobody gonna want to take a job." It's best not to even get in that situation.
that's the truth. Yeah. So, but
So,
again, she can't use pregnant as an excuse. I don't know if you remember. There's a Christian artist. There's a lady that passed away,
The one
and
that was
because
abused.
of it was abuse,
Yeah.
and she was staying there. She kept going. She kept going. What do you expect? So at one point, you can't say because I'm married to her. Because you have a baby doesn't give you the reason. That's what I'm saying. Because you're pregnant doesn't give you a reason. She can stay, and somebody will still marry her.
I think there's like there's different rights. So I think
yeah.
her, obviously she didn't foresee. Nobody walks into danger knowingly. She didn't foresee this outcome. She probably just thought she's gonna be a baby girl wife. He might marry more wife, but he has enough money to take care of her. She doesn't have to worry about life too much
Yep.
anymore. It's gonna be soft life
True.
forever. I don't think she saw a situation where she probably wouldn't be taking drugs. I don't think she saw a situation where she would have to be having these type of. I mean, she's crying online now. People are saying they're worried for mental health. She's clearly feeling like, she even said it. "You have destroyed my reputation." Blah 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 blah. Right, all that stuff. She wrote herself. So for you to write that, you feel like you've been damaged by this person, like, so she probably feels
Yeah.
devastated. It's not something she would have seen and go, "Oh, I'm going to be devastated in 5 years," but I'll go for it. She saw a baby girl life, and it's not
Yeah.
out
And
how she wanted it.
if you were, I guess I'll start with Frank with this one. If you now
Good
were the
idea.
president or the leader, right? How would you stop this all over the world? Like, what would you do? Now, I'm talking about, you have to think about different cultures now. How would you solve this all over the world?
You can't solve it. There's some puzzle you just like. No matter how you try to spin it, it has to be from each person, from their viewpoint. The only thing they can implement is they have to be a parental guidance. That's all they can implement. If they implement that, that's all they can implement. They can't, because you know how we read and we say if you're a man and a female and the female age is more mature than the male age. So and it's not by age you get maturity. There are some people that is 30, they behave like 20. People that are 15, they behave like 30. So sometimes age you can't tell by say, oh, because you're 30, because you're 20, you are mature. That does, you can't tell by that. And then we know the society say, oh, if you're a female, there tend to be more maturity for a female, faster maturity for a female than male. So based on those two things, we can put a solution. It has to be a parental consent. As long as the parents sign for it, the president have nothing to do about it.
I agree. I think it's just one of those, here's your action, here's your consequence. Like, you know, it was like there will be consequences for each and everyone's actions, right? Good consequences
Correct.
or bad consequences. If you make a irrational decision or rush decision, there's always a risk that it will turn out bad. And I think, as crazy as it sounds, unfortunately for her, this should serve as a warning. Because I think I see people in comments say, oh, you know, and all this time I was like envying her lifestyle, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I think some people will be awakened to the fact that it's not a good mix to be in that type of situation. Because one, you're not even mature enough to know what you want, to go into a situation with someone who already not only knows what he wants, he knows what he wants enough for him to have climbed to be Senate. So that man is not going to be a naive child. He can use manipulative tactic. He can use all kinds of mental tools to control even grown men. Talk less of a 17-year-old. So that dynamic is that, so it's like, you know how they say, is this your thought or have you been controlled by the media? How many of us really have original thoughts? Is it because we're controlled? We see things and we're directly and indirectly being manipulated.
True.
Yes.
You know, as at mass level. So now imagine being with somebody or being married to someone who has the ability, because of age gap and finances, to manipulate you to think you're going to a good situation, but the situation is absolutely terrible for you. Because what I'm hearing is that she has no property in her name. He got her nothing in her name. So she's probably worse, not probably, she's worse off now than she was when she got it. Because now you got kids to take care of, but you got no money because he didn't put nothing in your name. Right? She probably was going in with this mindset that he has, so that I'll take care of you. He knew very well what he was doing because he did not put anything in her name. So even the I will take care of you came with a caveat she didn't see. As long as he didn't say this, as long as I will take care of you was what she heard. So he manipulated her in a way that he would know because he's much older. Of course he's going to be 3 steps ahead, no matter what she thinks of. And unfortunately, you have a child with this person. He's going to be 3, 4 steps ahead in the way that she thinks. And then on top of that, there's money where he's got money. He can control whatever, anything around her. Even inside, he's got UK passport, so he in and out of the country. She can't really get away from this guy, right? So I think it's kind of sad it's happening to her, but it's a learning, it's a point of reference to a lot of people who may be considering this type of union. I'm not saying marrying someone much older is bad. I'm saying just know what you're getting into, and also be aware that you could be getting manipulated even if you don't think so. Right? You need to be looking out for character. Is this person a good person?
I think what was the place in Lagos you say you were driving by? That
Feel like
you see that Ojo Elegba, eh? Even if the person was 90 years old and he passed with that Rolls Royce and the girl was 11, you see that poverty, that poverty. It's just that mindset. It's like people, you see this thing in the next couple years, or probably very soon again, we'll be revisiting this topic again because it would happen. Because people keep doing this because they're poor, you know, and everybody wants to be
government
elevated.
doesn't protect them. The government, so she has nowhere to run to.
I think they did the traditional wedding that the mom accepted.
Yes, and no one tied him.
Yeah.
They all tied her. The only way they can tie him is through legal court, and he didn't
But
do
you
that one.
can't.
He just told her it was
Yeah,
a traditional, and then he tied her. And I remember seeing that because I saw that thinking this just looks kind of weird. It's weird also because she's so young. Why is she doing all of that? I remember there's this women that have, I'm not faulting anyone's traditional belief, but you could tell the way they looked. They had this white spot there. They were doing those chicken thing around. I'm like, bruh.
that should have been the
You
exit sign.
and your generation are married to this man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should have been the exit sign. But just to piggyback, they said the number one way for people to, especially in Africa, right, to change their status, right, is to marry into wealth. That is the easiest, the fastest way to change your status. So that's something I feel like would keep happening if people know that, hey, if I marry this guy, that means the whole family. Because the man, I mean, let's say he said it online that he was paying for her brother's stuff and all of that. So you can imagine everybody somewhat gained from this.
So yeah, I mean that's but even to pick back to the previous when you asked the question of the learning curve of it is like in the society you see how people are educated, but they are not educated in certain area. So sometimes that's why they said I don't know whether you heard this, they say it's not by going to a school that make you educated.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can go to school and never be educated. So there are people in that stage that there are young people that they will see this same story, they will read everything about it, and they will still enter the same story. So you now ask yourself, wait, is there something missing? It's simple even with the voting. I say,
Oh yeah.
you vote for the same person
Over and over.
you vote for the same person in Nigeria,
And then they come along.
and you don't. There's no accountability. There's no say I'm going to do this and nothing, and then you come and validate the person that is okay, and then you complain that there's suffering. I'm like,
Yeah.
you can't. You're doing the same pattern. This
calamity
child.
happened the second time.
Yeah, this child thing, the same thing happened. So it's not the first time the child abuse have happened. They have done a movie about it. There's a movie they have Omoni Oboli did. There's a movie that came out. It was a part 1, part 2. It was really good storytelling and of the child abuse that came out. I recommend people to watch it. It was really good. And second, it is happening constantly. Like everything,
Yes.
and people
Not
go on
just in Nigeria.
It's not only Nigeria. It's all up.
Mhm.
So the only way is the parents cannot sign for it. That's the only way. That's the only way I say. If the parents stand by it, I don't think this will happen.
But
Well,
I also think even if they don't sign for her or she's old enough, I still think is the years different. Like there is still that he's 40 years
19.
older than her.
Oh, is it? Oh, I thought it was
Yeah,
19.
40. No, if he's in his 60s and she's in her 20s, it's about 40 years age gap. That's what we call a generation.
Bruh. That is crazy.
He's a generation. He's a different generation. Isn't that what I call a generation? Like every 40 years is supposed to be the next generation is a 40 years.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I think it's changed now though because it's getting shorter where you have like, I don't know what's different between Gen Z and Gen Alpha, but Frank, is it
It's
40
Gen
years?
Alpha? Can't keep up.
Well, I mean, this whole story is kind of sad though. Damn, I feel sorry, but
I just feel like people need to check on her friends. They just need to be closer to her. And that kind of thing, just leave the country for a little bit. Just go on vacation. Go to Greece.
I think she went on vacation with her mother and then like, yeah, and then she came back. But I feel maybe as a
I stay
Christian,
gone.
I still feel like she needs prayers. She needs to take it to God a little bit if she is because, right. And I'm just like, bro, it don't look right to me. And now they're dragging you for being a drug abuser.
Yeah.
And they're arresting your family member. I can't imagine what that
There's
level
not a
of
lot.
anxiety feels like for you to be 24. She's 24, 25 in bed and they're police. You know how Nigeria is very like anxiety driving anyway. And then having
Yeah.
people knocking your door. Like for me, if and when I'm Nigeria, I like to stay in hotels, specifically reasons I know that no one can come and find me there. Because boom, boom, boom in Nigeria is different from boom, boom, boom in the UK. Boom, boom in UK is like, what? Get out of my house. Boom, boom, boom in Nigeria is like, Jesus.
boom
Lord of
boom
thee.
boom 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 in America is shots fired.
See? Different. Boom, boom, boom in America is like, getting out the Glock. Boom, boom, boom here is like, who want to fight? Like, why you being so loud in my house? Boom, boom, boom in Nigeria is like, Chimo, they have called for me. If you ever, may you never, are you guys going to say amen? May you never hear is Nigerian police at your door because, bro, what is that?
Amen. We'll say amen.
Have you never wondered why? Because one time I was watching a Nigerian movie, I was like, you know, when someone does something like someone owes you money, go arrest him. I'm thinking, Nigerians just be arresting people for anything. Like, there is no whether another person broke the law. It's like they slap you, go arrest him. They caught
That's
you on the
true.
internet, go arrest him. It's not like you broke section this or that. No. You literally, as you are right now, you can go and arrest someone in your house.
If you have the money.
If you have the money, all you have to do is have some money. And it's like, okay, maybe you can't get away with that in Lagos, but maybe in Akure or somewhere, someone just annoy you small. Someone step in your feet, go and arrest him. Oh, oh, what long memory. So if you hear Nigerian police at your door, rah,
Sure.
it's not about a crime. It's about somebody is coming for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So we were talking about Virginia. I'm like, in our house,
Virginia.
I can't say what anxiety feels like for that poor 25-year-old because I'm just thinking, she's there. You already have 2 children at that age to be taken care of, and they've kicked you out of your house. You probably have money concerns. Now this man is telling you to come home so you can go to rehab, dragging your name left and right online. You're not even
Yeah.
sure what's really going on. They're arresting your brother. You're going to court. And then on top of that, you might be sitting there, boom, 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 Nigerian police at your door. What's going on now, please? I moved to Ghana.
Yeah. Move to Ghana.
I moved to
I don't know
Ghana.
what's up with this thing to Ghana. Is Ghana really all that? Like, I've never been there, but it's like everybody, even in America here, they talk about that. You know,
Ghana
like,
is
oh,
ish.
Ghana. But
Frank, have you been to Ghana?
No. I think we need to go. We need to go visit it. Yeah. I mean, I've
yeah.
heard a lot of things, good things also, but
But I wanted to say something about safety. Ife and I think we interviewed a guest from Congo that lives in China. And she was talking about how safe it is, right? And I did interview one, it's a South African in China, and she talks about safety a lot. Is there any African country that you can say, okay, this is one of the safest African country to visit? For me, I have heard Rwanda, right? I don't know how safe that is. Initially, I used to think Tanzania was one, but in terms of safety, is there any African country that you feel?
I mean, I've never been there to actually make that conclusion. I try to don't follow what I read. Try to follow what when I've been there. So
Experience?
yeah, I try to follow my gut experience. So sometimes just living in a place, you just visit a place for a week, you know so much than just reading about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of person like that. So like I don't really follow whether Kenya is safe or Tanzania is safe. I think is if I go there, I think I'll kind of judge it based on how it is. So
Experience.
yes,
Okay,
experience.
fair
American
enough.
experience. I think we should go to Ghana first though.
I love Ghana. Don't tell my Ghanaian friends because we're already arguing about jollof rice. But I love Ghana.
I want to
So
visit Ghana.
Yeah, so
this trip,
is on my to-do list.
yeah, I've come to realize that Nigeria is really not secure when it compares to other countries in Africa.
No,
I think
not
we all
at
know
all.
that already. I don't think that's a
No.
surprise. So I don't think that's a
That is not a surprise,
surprise.
but it's one thing to think so and another thing to feel it. Like, I'll give you another example. In Cote d'Ivoire, the way some of their flats or apartments are built, it doesn't have a
Mm-hmm.
gate at the bottom. So think about an apartment block. You know how like you have like maybe a bodega at the bottom and then you have an entry somewhere.
Yeah.
Houses, when an apartment, unless it's a complex, doesn't have compound. It doesn't have seclusion. Whereas every apartment block in Nigeria has seclusion. You have protection and stuff like that. The way they build the house,
Multiple.
Yeah, the way they build the house in like Ivory Coast is like you literally just if you come down your stairs, you're coming out to the road. Like there is no you have to go and open the gates. It's you're literally
gates.
into the pavement.
onto the open.
That's how safe it is. It's so safe. At 2 a.m., I'm seeing Lebanese people, French locals, because this is where France go to. Same way English people come to Nigeria, they go there because they can speak language. There's a lot of I wouldn't say expat immigrants from Europe in these parts of the country, and also there's so much more foreigners in other not just West African countries than you have in Nigeria. Like when I went to Kenya, I went on a safari where I was the only Black person in Kenya. And I'm asking myself, how's this even still happening?
Well, maybe because the Kenyans have seen all the animals. They're like, yeah,
So there's a
we got that
possibility.
giraffe. We got that giraffe around the block over there.
No, but it's crazy because I would go to certain cafes and I'd be the only Black person, but it's not uncomfortable. It's not like the way it feels uncomfortable. It's just like, wow, they feel so comfortable here to do their own thing. You know what I mean?
Because there's a news that recently that a man from the States went to Nigeria he has not been to Nigeria for more than 15 years.
Yeah.
And he died.
And he was kidnapped and he died.
Oh yeah, I heard
I
about
heard that story. I heard this type of story.
So just think about it. Like, how does the kids think of going to that country?
Yeah, that's the end of that.
So those kids now, for example, they're not going back. They're like, if that happened to my dad, like, why am I ever going there? Why am I going there?
I think in terms of safety, Nigeria and South Africa, they take the crown. I even feel like South Africa is worse. I think
yeah, it's something that I've heard about. I didn't know that about South Africa. I actually thought it was pretty safe initially.
Yeah. No, I think specifically Johannesburg is pretty rough. They have like serious, I don't know, is it gang? Like, it's kind of like in the way you think of Colombia or something. Like, if you F around, you find out. Like, that's how rough it is.
That's worse.
You F around, you find out really, and they're like brutal like when you hear someone's been attacked in South Africa, it's not like, oh, they stole your wallet and shot you in your leg. No, it'd be like something crazy, like they cooked you in the microwave and then they boiled you. And like it would be something weird.
Wow.
No, there's stories like that. It's not like I'm making up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Butcher people up and all that stuff. This is a thing they do over there.
That's crazy.
It's kind of wild. So I'm just
like, I heard it's becoming one of the femicide capital of the world.
Don't get me started.
It's slowly, gradually
but you know, do you know how I think Nigerian one is sad is that we don't even know Nigeria because of safety. We don't even know Nigeria very well. Like, how many of you go past Abuja?
Yeah, well, that's true. There's 36 states, and most Nigerians have probably been to max 2, 3.
Yeah, even if you feel like Lagos is safe and Abuja is safe, even between Lagos and Abuja, you have to get a rocket to go to the moon and then come down, land up because you can't go straight. Cause
yeah,
have to get a hot air balloon to go over the mountain.
Navigate
around it. Yeah, but it's sad.
It's so strong that you feel it in your body. Like, I remember last time I did, is it Benin to Lagos by road? The fear of God that gripped me the entire trip. Everything. Yeah. You know,
I remember the last time I did that.
Yeah. When's the last time you did it?
It was a long time ago. I went for a wedding in Benin, so I had to dress down.
I remember that story. I remember that story.
Thankful for that, but I had to change. Let's just say I wore bedroom slippers
I
in the
need to
bus.
be in this joke. Something happened. You
No,
were giving your fee. You're giving. I just got back.
No,
I just got back
didn't
in my
actually.
t-shirt.
So let me give you insight. Let me give you one insight. Just one insight there. I told Tony. I said, Tony, I'm buying my ticket to. You want to buy your ticket from the flights from Lagos to Nigeria? From flights from Lagos to Benin.
Yeah.
He said, no. I'll buy when I get there.
It was the peak of kidnapping in Nigeria at that time. I mean, it's
and it took an level.
This flight, Arik Air. Yeah, I'm gonna put out there. Still owe me money. they canceled the flight, never gave us a refund, whatever. So all of us had to galvanize together and get someone's driver to drive us. And I tell you, every bump,
Wow.
every slowdown, my heart was like, Jesus, like, is that a truck on the road? Is that a rock on the road? Is that a tree? Anything that has to make you slow down. Oh my God. For 4 hours,
Yeah.
I was tense. Like, you're literally just looking at the bushes and wondering, like, and then the driver is just trying to
I mean,
get
the
there.
only good thing is
It's
that
like
you tend to
GTA.
buy the snacks. I said, but
I
at
got
least
no
you,
damn snacks. I just wanted to get there. I was like, sir, take me. Do not stop for no reason.
yeah,
Just keep going until you
yeah,
see it's 3 men.
The head.
Like
The head, the head.
those three men. I don't wanna stop nowhere. Just keep going.
you just keep going.
I will tell you, there was one trip I did to Benin. This must have been like a while ago, 2014, 2013, a while ago. And I remember I was craving matais. Do you guys remember matais back then? I don't know
Yeah.
if it's still there. Matais obviously, yeah. I was back then it was a thing. So I was like, yeah, well, matais with the peanuts and I'm excited. And
Oh shoot, yeah.
it's so creamy, right? And we
Yeah.
went to Matthias. And when I tell you, my spirit did not sit down. My spirit was like, you feel like that was the height of kidnapping as well. You feel like everyone's staring at you, even though I think I don't have that kind of money. What they were telling me that they
Like,
kidnapped someone's grandma for like 200K. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, what's going on?
she said for 200K.
What's going on? My spirit was here. The way I took that Matthias, I ran away. And because like, anyone staring at you as well, you're like, why are you looking at me?
Yeah, because I know that.
Nah,
Yeah,
Just go back.
nah. Anyways, from what I heard, it's getting better.
yeah.
That's not nice.
I think even to the point, the Oba of Benin one time put a curse on it,
Wow.
Yeah.
so they were still going on. Even there was one time people in Benin was like putting a tire and burning people because of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It still
When they
did not
find
stop
you.
it. Yeah.
That's
So there was so
It's
many.
I think it's just people are poor, people need money, and we're getting into that season of December, and I hope definitely people will stay safe. I'm hoping people will learn from this.
Do you think the only
people.
way
Yeah.
it can avoid this is if people are not financial driven,
We're not desperate.
they're not
Mhm.
desperate.
Yeah.
And in Nigeria, if you are poor, you become desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like in America, you can be poor and not desperate.
Are you sure?
Like you know that you are okay. Like if you go Nigeria, I feel like people will let you know that you are poor. America, people just know, okay, I'm okay. Like that's the difference. Like when people start rubbing it to you that you are poor, that's when you start looking at desperation.
Yeah, I don't like that. I think I also think that in Nigeria, God, they're gonna hate me. So I speak so poorly of Nigeria, but I like the country. The thing about
Yeah.
Nigeria that I also struggle with is how much we've made money a god in itself. Like money is something that everybody wants to attain in every part of the world. But in also every part of even poor countries like think of Venezuela or other countries, there's still a limit that people will go. Like you're not gonna do some ridiculous thing to me because you have money and get away with you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
Venezuela is a more far. I would think Ghana. There's some things Ghanaians will not do
They'll
for
hold
money.
you
Not saying that there's so
accountable.
much more, huh?
So
They
they'll hold you accountable.
they hold you accountable. Like someone said, like if you commit a crime in Ghana, they will help find you and hand you over to authorities. I'm not here saying Ghana is so much more better, but I think it's just something to be said about our society and how morally bankrupt it is because people don't value what is good anymore. They only value what brings money. So
Mm-hmm.
they don't take your goodness if it's not bringing money is nothing to them. Even in religion, like they will value you based on how much you give. Like we've
Yeah. The
made
donations.
money such a god in itself that nothing else matters. And that's where it's dangerous because every fundamental decision we have to make either as individuals or as a group to make progress, again, as individuals, as a group, we cannot make them because we are now so much more focused on the monetary value of everything. You're not voting sensibly because you're going by who bribed you the most, even though you know in the long run that you are cutting your nose to spite your face. You are going to suffer anyway.
Yeah.
But they give you 300 naira, so you're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You're, everything is you're only going to look at people as leaders or that, as a point of reference if money is involved. Even to be treated as human being, you will not be treated as human being if you don't have money.
The
Even
way
the
people
police
look at
will
you.
not, the police will not arrest a rich criminal, only a poor criminal. It's
No.
like
Mm-hmm.
nothing about the entire society makes sense because we have now made money our value system. And so everything we need to make was like, okay, we need to focus on doing this instead of that because this is better. But no, this doesn't have money, so who cares? My sister-in-law said something to me that at the time I thought it was very funny, but I always use it as a point of reference. Said one thing that's holding Nigerian back is how much we love enjoyment.
Mhm.
And I'm
That's
like,
Nigeria's
why is that a
primary
bad thing?
thing.
Yeah, it's just like you love enjoyment too much. You're prioritizing enjoyment over every single thing. And
Mm-hmm.
obviously enjoyment includes money. So it's like, you need to do this well, but let's party first. You need to do that first, but let's spend money first. The wedding is not good, but let's spend money first.
Yeah.
Enjoyment is where our focus is. We need to build infrastructure, but we need to decorate that Lamborghini house so we can have Senate parties.
There's no
All
factory, but we have all the expensive homes.
yeah, like I keep looking at Lagos, and there's like every time I say it's a nice neighborhood houses, nobody has shown me like they're building like a metropolis where there's offices. Investors are coming in to build things that's not just everything that you're building is house. How are you all building homes? Where's the money coming from? Where are you gonna make the money to have homes? Why is no one building like a
It's
tower for tech development and research, or building more hospitals or bigger high tech middle of Lagos? Why are we all building houses?
It's not going to bring
simple.
revenue. It's not going to bring money.
Well, the hospital not gonna bring revenue.
No,
Well,
I said no. So there's some projects now in Lagos. I was looking at that have those exclusive hospital and facility and
Well,
stuff
they're
like
not
that.
gonna
But
deliver at the
yeah,
time because someone's gonna take the budget to do party in Dubai this Christmas.
at the end of the day, with Nigerians with money
I'm telling
is a
you,
different. It is
there's a
different game.
budget for girls to be imported from Miami this Christmas that's coming from your own budget, from your own like Nigeria's pot. There's some budget
Yes,
for.
now
I was joking with someone. I said, "Oh no, dead ass. They use government funding to. You think Christmas all the senators are sitting at home with their wife? Nah, there's some A to the A+ parties that they've contacted people in Miami to get them girls in.
private jets.
Private
Private jets
jet.
are coming in.
You don't have hospitals. You don't have any infrastructure. You don't have any sensible train system. You don't have any sensible road structures. But year in and year out, you are throwing parties in December.
It's enjoyment, no. That's what, like your sister-in-law said. It's all about the enjoyment.
It's all about the enjoyment. So
Yeah.
we like to. I think Nigerians is full of enjoyment, as you said. Yeah. So I'm just
Not a bad idea.
that's
I
why
like it.
is why every decision you make, money is involved. Because of this story, with Regina, is money.
Yeah.
You see people that are getting married now is money before
Mm-hmm.
before the person is
And
money
they borrow
first.
money. I heard some people borrow loads of money to have
Yeah, correct.
flamboyant
Big
wedding.
wedding. In churches is money.
Mm-hmm.
In politics is money. So when you look all around you, you realize it's just money, 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 money. So there's no that's
Well,
an example I gave. The good boy, fine boy, those days have passed. So if you don't have the money, no, there's nobody looking at you. And we have to be honest, there's no lady looking at you and say, "Oh,
In
I'll take
Nigeria
it."
or everywhere?
I'm talking about Nigeria.
No, let's not
well,
generalize. There's some people that'll take fine boy, If a fine boy is a good person, there's some people that'll
I
take
mean, of
that.
course, it's not going. I'm not saying 0%. I'm not saying 0%.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
But if you're
But
a
it might be
fine boy that
10%.
just like you sleep in your mother's couch still at the age of 39, it's a bit concerning. It's no offense, but I feel like at that point, yeah, you should just start rubbing charcoal. You should start rubbing charcoal in your face so you can focus.
So if we have to conclude on this story,
Yeah.
so I'm just curious. The story of the
RNN.
the RNN story.
Mm.
So there's a pie. So in what percentage? I'm just curious for everyone. What percentage are you putting? Say, okay, this is percentage of this pie.
Tony?
I'm trying to run the numbers.
I mean, like,
Who's to blame?
who to blame?
Oh, I feel like I can't blame her. Only for her, maybe 10%. The
So
major blame is on the parents.
so 90 on the parents.
Yeah, 90 on the parents, 10 on her because
No
she's
blame
so young.
on the man.
Oh, on him, he has 100% because he should have
What
sat
kind
down
of a
somewhere
pie
and
do
not.
you have?
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm like,
My
I'm
God.
like,
It's looking like an octagon at this point.
your pie, your number is
I got so many sides.
I know.
how many percent in your pie?
Over
There's
100%.
100%. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Out of 100%.
Okay, for three, I'm going to put in three factors, right? So 10% for the young lady, 40% for the old man, and 50% for the young lady's parents.
Okay.
Yeah, because the old man approached the young lady. She could have said no, and I'm sure she said no, but then 50% on the parents that allowed this to happen. Yeah, that's my pie.
Okay. I'm thinking now, she's 17 years old and she shows up to her parents. So this man wants to marry me. I'm pregnant for him. I feel like the pregnant for him puts us like a different spin to it because I'm just like, what am I supposed to do with you being pregnant at 17 or 18? Right? But I feel like the parents or the mother didn't do due diligence to say, hey, is this a good person and will he be okay? Because I think that's what every parent should do. Is my child, if your child is getting married at the age of 30 or something, yeah, you know that she has sense small to figure out what's good for her. But she's 17. You're supposed to be doing the vetting. Like, is this person okay? Is she going to be okay in this person's house? Especially if he has all these wives already. There is no way to say the mother was happy or not, or whether she was happy or not. Maybe she felt like hands were tied. But nonetheless, I would say I put 30% of the blame on the mother. I put 20% of the blame on her. I put 40% of the blame on him and 10% on the society that she's in, because I can't take that off. Society has a hand in it.
Yeah.
Or creating a nonsense situation.
That's
Fair
true.
enough.
Yeah. Yeah. If you have to look at it, I put it as this way. I put 30 on the mom. I put 30 on the man. That's 60.
Mm-hmm.
I put 20 on her.
Yeah.
I put 10 on society, and I put 10 on the people that followed her to support her.
That's true.
Yeah, it's okay. Like the friend groups and the other people that, yeah,
Takes a village.
that's fair enough. This is definitely amazing talk. Our first worldwide Wahala gist. We had Frank on, we had Ify. We talked about a bunch of things. Talked about RNN. Talked about the UK and America. We talked about poverty. And we talked about the society as a whole, and something think that's going on in Africa that we're hoping one day will stop. We don't know when, if it ever will stop, but hopefully people are learning from the mistakes that they see currently online, and make those informed decisions. But I think one of the general consensus we talk about is mindset, right? Poverty, and just fighting for yourself as a person. Try to be the best version of yourself. Don't chase money. Don't chase money.
No,
And
that
don't
usually
chase
have the
fine
other
boys.
chase
Don't
money
chase fine boys.
Just with sense.
with spell. That
Okay,
means
if you
chase money
corrected me,
sense.
Chase money with
chase money with sense, and then chase fine boy that has direction. That has direction.
Because we can't be sending these
So
kids to hell. Poverty is everyone's dream.
yeah. So thanks guys for stopping by. As always, this is Two Continents One Mic, and this is Worldwide Wahala. Until next time.
Peace. On the next time, peace.
And by
was
the way,
good.
Ify is not
Good
feeling
talk.
too well, so I'm really thankful for her stopping by because she has a cold, headache,
Yes.
chest cold congestion, triple C's.
Which
Don't worry.
my yeah. Thank you. I feel better now.
Frank,
Yes.
we're happy that the government has opened back, so you can get paid now.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks,
Good
guys.
night, everyone.
All right. Was good. Was good having.